This is the 10th recording for ASMR Sleep Station. And let's see how it sounds when I text on my phone. Hopefully that satisfies any people that are into this clicking, tapping sounds. This might be loud too. So I tried the keyboard a couple recordings ago, and that was kind of muted. And then I was clicking my fingernails together, and that was pretty loud. So it looks like, well, so far nothing's been too loud on this recording. I think eventually I'm gonna get a better mic, and maybe for once I'll really care about the sensitivity, because I'm trying to get a good full recording with really low sensitivity, and then to cut out all the noise and stuff. So I won't bore anybody anymore with that. I keep talking about this stuff over and over again, and hopefully it works without annoying you. If you're not annoyed, I'm doing a good job. If you're getting bored by how much I talk about all this recording stuff, then it works, then it's working. And I'm at the same location I was last time, because one of the nice listeners, I don't know what the rules are for this stuff, but I didn't want to name any names in case people don't want their names mentioned. But somebody emailed me and said they didn't mind the birds or the wind chimes, and I thought that was pretty cool. So thank you for saying so. And I just went back to the exact same place. Not really that windy today, but it is a little loud. There's lots of automobile sounds. Some people hitting their brakes, other people have loud engines, and other people are walking by. So I can't tell how distracting that kind of stuff is. I gotta finish up this text message. It's hard to talk and text at the same time. I cannot stand the way our first world culture is headed, where everybody is on the phone all the time. And here I am making a recording, and I feel some need to answer a text message. Well, now it's actually somebody I haven't talked to in a long time, so I think I got a pretty good reason, and they're asking me important questions, so I want to write them back. However, maybe that's what I'll rant about today. Cell phones, smartphones. It's the worst. No, it's not the worst. I can think of worse things. Okay. And this person has already sent me another text. I have the opposite of a smartphone. I have a dumb phone. And this is funny. Somebody's asking if I still remember them. Like I forgot like a 5-year period noises. I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave this recording a little dirtier, maybe. In the past, anything that gets past a certain decibel level, I just cut it out. I just clip it out. I edit it. There's no um, there's no actual um, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, there's no actual trying to get the noise out or trying to make it neater. I just cut it out. So if you ever go back and listen to old stuff and you can hear my voice skipping around, it sounds like some diced up broken record. That's why. Okay, I never stopped a recording for that long, but I had to relocate. So, I think this is a good spot. Still some car noises, but I think we'll be okay. I forgot what I was saying. I think I was talking about mics and complaining about phones. My long-term goal, if applicable, if this continues on for long enough, I will eventually get a better microphone. Maybe something that's actually, maybe I want something that's less sensitive. I'd have to try it out, I suppose. And then maybe I could get some kind of way for people to donate because, as it is, it's not that expensive. I forget what I pay for streaming or for the downloads. It's really cheap though. And it's not taking up that much space either, so man, my mind is going in too many different directions at once. One thing I want to change is maybe make the files a little bit bigger. I could make the recording shorter, but a higher bit rate. That might be more enjoyable to people. Um, and eventually I'll find, I don't know, I'll start a website or something like that. And then maybe people can just, even if it's a few cents, 50 cents, $1, that all adds up. I could eventually pay for uh, the service, the downloading, and then maybe get a new mic or something. That's long-term stuff. It's still too early to tell. I just got in the double digits compared to other podcasts out there. This is like still a hatchling. But so far, well, I said that really loud. So far, so good. I'm very happy with all the feedback and responses that are helping me make this a better show. It's definitely helping people fall asleep, which is exactly what I plan to do. And that's pretty cool. If you've never heard this before, I don't really have much of a format. I still record at fairly random times. is whispering. So, and, and at some point, I'll record some more tapping and some other things. Now that I think about it, I could do those at separate times and mix it almost like music. Like I could put different tracks of sounds, layer some sounds in. See, I don't know if that would be too much though. The main thing that I'm trying to get away from is overproduced, overstimulating recordings made by I don't I don't want to be negative. I'm not going to be negative. Made by people who really um, just have different ideas than I do about what's real. The things that relax me are um, calm, soothing voices, whispering, most of it unintentional, and um, sometimes there's certain sounds for sure, but like let's say, for example, I liked paper crinkling. That that sound unintentionally has a certain dimension to it, and it also it might not have a specific pattern, but when somebody sets out to record a half-hour video of them crinkling paper, it doesn't it doesn't it doesn't work that way for me, and that's just a personal thing. Um, so I was saying I'm I'm recording these to help people relax and fall asleep, and just have what I hope is a dependable, simple recording that they can download and you can listen to anytime, and it helps you sleep. That's all. I don't have my emails with me, but a couple of people emailed, and like I mentioned earlier, I don't know if I'll just if I want to mention their names. So one person emailed and just wrote very nice feedback. So I appreciate that. And another person said they didn't mind the background noises and it helped them. So I'm gonna keep it that way then, and I'll keep, I guess, until I get any major complaints. I'll I'll do things that are way closer to field recordings rather than home studio recordings. And I actually like the way these sound better personally, because when you record in a room, there's lots of reverberation, and the sound bounces around a little bit, even if it's not a loud sound. So that's a little annoying. I think I want to stay away from that. So I'll keep recording in these settings. What was I gonna say? I think eventually I'll talk more about sleep and sleep patterns, because I ended up finding that diagram of different stages of sleep, and it seems like something that would be really beneficial if you're listening to this and you can't fall asleep. If you understand the patterns of sleep and how you get functional, useful sleep, then decisions on when you should be falling asleep and when you shouldn't be falling asleep. A big breakthrough I've had in the past few months is learning not to try and solve things like problems. I was talking about that at the New Year because New Year's resolutions are kind of a pet peeve of mine. I hate hearing about them. I don't like talking about people trying to change just because it's a new year. Most resolutions don't work. I think a couple of different sources have collected survey data on that, and it's because you're doing it because of a date. If you want to change, it really works out when you do it because you want to change, and that doesn't have to do with dates. So, right off the bat, I think resolutions are kind of a way to start out making fundamental changes on a really bad foot. So, um, I hesitate getting too, like, way too personal, but I'll say the problems that I've had with sleeping, and I've denied this for a long time, they have to do with anxiety. I'm talking about not actively worrying about specific things, but just passive anxiety. There are times when I spend the entire day or the preceding days before an event thinking about something that's coming, anticipating things. I really allow that to get under my skin, and that's something that I'm beginning to step away from. I'm in the phase of letting go of a lot of things, and I've been in this phase before. I would say it ramps up slowly over time, and then I get a temporary relief, and then it comes back, and I go back to the way that I was before, and that's just the pattern that I know just keeps recurring. So, sleep for me has been a problem since I can remember, and it was the worst when I was a teenager, and I would just not sleep for days at a time, or if I did sleep, it was really, really short, a couple of hours at a time, and I would get angry and more frustrated with time, and probably more anxious too. The feeling of discomfort that comes when you know you're doomed, you know it's going to be an issue, and you can feel it starting to happen again. The anticipation of it. That's something that's been a problem. I think too much. I spend way too much time in my head. If you're listening to this, maybe you have the same problems, and sometimes it's nice to hear other people talk that's one thing that I get caught up in. You build things up, you give them all this power over you, and they're not really that hard to change. And every time I figure that out, I make a lot of progress. I let go of things, and then something stressful happens, and I fall back into old ways. And recently, my sleep patterns have been a little bit worse than normal, and I'm still struggling to have regular sleep. Um, so I don't want to focus on being negative. I'm just describing the nature of my struggle with sleep and anxiety. And if you have that problem too, hopefully you can let go and stop thinking. If anything, think about what I'm saying. Let your mind wander outward, not inward. And stop questioning. Stop analyzing. Stop calculating how much time has passed, when you're gonna go to sleep, how long you'll sleep for, and just let your mind drift. That's what I was talking about for New Year's. That's the issue. Exactly. You have to stop trying. You just have to let it happen. If you have a bunch of negative feelings, you're grieving, you're angry, you're uptight, you're worried about something, and it keeps you up at night, you cannot react to how those things make you feel. Don't create secondary problems around them. Just let all those negative things run their course. You can't neutralize it. You can't cancel it out. You can't remedy it. It's going to happen. That's part of being a human. And bad, uncomfortable things are going to happen. There's going to be tragedies and loss and difficulties no matter what you do. So let that happen. Let it go. And hopefully, with enough practice, when those things happen to you, you don't react to them in a way that impedes the rest of your life. Hopefully, you accept it, experience it, and move on. And then that's when you know you're in a, I don't want to say in a good or bad state. When talking about these things, I try not to be so extreme with the descriptions, but a more useful or functional state of being, when you can observe that you're feeling a certain way and allow yourself to experience it. You accept it and move past it. The idea of movement is important. If you've had difficult periods in your life, or maybe you're experiencing that now, the feeling is stagnation. You're you're in a rut, literally. You're stuck in the mud. There's no movement. You're not making any progress. Your mind honest, I've been way more emotional lately than I usually am. I don't, um, I don't like being, sad. The way that I was raised, the way my culture is, has taught me that sadness is weakness. And of course, that's not true, but um, lately I'll fixate on the negative effects of being sad, and it just keeps going in a circle over and over again in my head. That's the loop that I'm talking about. You can't make progress, you can't accept things by going in loops or staying in the exact same position. You have to let yourself experience it fully without fighting it, without trying to solve it like an equation. You can't do that. It's impossible. Personally, I have really, really high expectations for what I can achieve. If you like science fiction at all, Frank Herbert's Dune has uh, the Mentats and the Bene Gesserit Sisterhood, or no, Bene Gesserit, Bene Gesserit. I don't know if I'm saying it right. They were all created, or not created. They were all trained to control their emotions and their bodies, and that's the kind of idea that I have of myself. Like I'm some all-knowing, mentally powerful person that can stop any emotion or any feeling, uh, mental or physical, right dead in its tracks. And um, it's ridiculous. It's not a rational thought, but, and it kind of, it sounds ridiculous to say out loud, but in my head, whenever I would experience things that I um, could not control, the the voice in my head would tell me, you can stop this, you can control this, and that's how the loop started for me. That's where the stagnation. That's where the stagnation begins. It's a very slow, passive struggle. You're wrestling with something in slow motion. It doesn't feel violent or active, but it's happening in the back of your head. At least for me, that's where the anxiety is. That's where the conflict is. So, I guess that pretty much sums up that I'm only going to rant for the entire recording this time. Hopefully that puts some people to sleep. socialize with people, even though I just totally contradicted myself. But if you want to learn how to socialize with people, don't talk about yourself too much, and definitely don't talk about your problems. I feel okay doing that here because it's relevant to my sleeping habits. It might be helpful to you, and I think that a lot of people that listen to this use it for a sleep aid, so maybe, maybe you have the same problems I do. Personally, I enjoy hearing about other people's difficulties because most of the time people don't share their difficulties. They might whine or complain about it, but they don't really talk about it in any effective way. They're just getting it off their chest. So when I hear people speaking about problems they've had, and it's not whining, it usually makes me feel better, because it's nice to know that there's others like you. It's even nicer to know that there's others like you who hesitate talking about their problems like you, and then they share something that makes you feel less like an isolated alien living on a cold, dead planet of evil and lifeless people. That was really exaggerated, but you know that feeling. I'm sure everybody gets that, regardless of how positive you are. Our culture and the way we live and the way we speak to each other can be alienating, and I think it's normal to feel that way every now and then. And that's my reason for sharing all that. I think that's enough for now. Um, I got the email address up on the show page, so you don't have to um, listen to me. You can just go there and get it. And what else? I'll try to make some more recordings on this schedule, which is about every week or so. I think I've been pretty good for the past few weeks, so if you feel like giving feedback, you can email me or leave a review on iTunes or rate it. I don't care what you rate it. You can give it a low score. Um, if you give a low score, it'll help me understand how much it's appreciated. So be unbiased. Tell me what you want to hear. Or um, if you're into ASMR and it relaxes you, then um, I would love to hear your feedback. If you don't really get relaxed from this type of thing, then you could give me feedback too, but it probably won't matter as much because this is directed towards people who like listening to whispering. Hopefully you're already asleep. If you're not, then thanks for downloading, and thanks for everything.